Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, October 28th. I'm Tracy McCain, and despite my sigh at the beginning, I actually am very excited about today. Megan Malaris, Christian Morgan, and Ed Matthews. See, we're all smiling.
We are, despite that spooky intro music you had leading up to this.
That was interesting.
Really getting the feel for Halloween, and it is feeling like it outside. It is very cold this morning. I had 2 coats on again. But such a difference a few hours makes because the afternoons have been really nice.
2 coats?
Yeah, it's me. That would have been like maybe a long sleeve shirt for you.
Yeah, maybe just a light jacket. It's chilly out the door this morning.
You're wearing a V-neck. What are you talking about?
True.
And shorts and flip-flops.
Shorts, exactly.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
It is chilly though. We expect it to be
different.
though, late October, right? We expect it to be that way.
That's right.
If you think it's chilly now, Megan may be wearing 3 coats by the time that we get to Saturday. But first, we have to deal with first things first and what's up today. Take a look at this sunrise this morning. This is over Wake Forest University. Gorgeous sunrise all across the triad. Of course, as those clouds really build in and fast. By mid-morning, there will be no more sun to be had. We'll be covered up in clouds. You can see those clouds really thickening up, especially over the mountains right now. And on a wider view, you notice all of that rain pushing in from the south and from the west. That's what's going to arrive as we go into your Thursday evening and on into tonight as well. Now, of course, this is all part of a bigger system that stretches out over the Tennessee Valley with an upper level low pressure system spinning clockwise. You see that turning motion there. Meanwhile, a cold front and a warm front all across the Piedmont as we go over the next 24 hours. So this is how Futurecast plays it out. By the afternoon, we'll have a few scattered showers. And then as we go into the dinner time hour and especially into your Thursday night, that's when the more widespread rain will start to arrive. And some of that really could be quite heavy at times through the overnight hours into early Friday morning. There will also be a low thunderstorm risk as well as that front pushes through. That's mainly going to be confined to our south and to our east, but don't be alarmed if you wake up with a couple rumbles of thunder in the overnight hours going into Friday morning. That's something we'll keep an eye on. Meanwhile, this is actually going to be a pretty good healthy soaking of rain for most folks across the Piedmont and for a lot of folks who've really needed some rain over the past couple weeks. Most of the Triad area will pick up around an inch, give or take, just depending on where you're located. But this will be a good soaking rain for several folks. Meanwhile, as we start the temperatures out the door this morning, like Megan mentioned, it's chilly in the 40s. 49 in Greensboro and the Gate City, 50 in Winston-Salem, 46 down in Asheboro, 44 in Lexington, 42 in Siler City, and 45 in Burlington. Some of those low-lying areas or outlying areas away from the cities tend to get a little bit cooler on a night with clear skies and light winds like we've just had. So here's the plan today. Clouds really thickening up now through mid-morning. Once we get into the afternoon, we have that low shower chance. Rain chances do get better as we head into your Thursday evening. You'll also notice the winds starting to pick up as well. It'll be a breezy afternoon of weather that will carry over into your Friday. The bulk of our rain gets out of here by Friday morning, but we are left with a few showers scattered about throughout the day on Friday. It's cool and it's breezy with highs only in the low 60s. Saturday is a chilly day of weather to start the weekend. We'll have some clouds around and a few spotty showers, mainly in the morning. Not going to let our guard down for that, but by Saturday evening, we're clearing out. It's just downright cold. It's going to be a shock to the system in the upper 50s for Saturday. Sunday, if you are doing the traditional trick-or-treating on Halloween, it's a perfect day for it. Best of the weekend days, sunshine, mid-60s for Sunday afternoon, dropping down through the 50s into the 40s for trick-or-treat time Sunday evening. Heading into next week, dry weather sticks around and very comfortable temperatures right around normal for this time of the year. We'll be in the mid and upper 60s.
All right, so we've established that there is a cold chill in the air. Got it. Despite the sunshine we're experiencing this morning, rain is coming.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So one of the best things to do on rainy days is, of course, to watch movies. If you have little ones like me and Megan, then you probably have seen a lot of animated movies lately.
Yeah, so adults enjoy animated movies as well. They were huge parts of our childhoods and unlocked our imaginations, right? So this morning we're asking, what's your favorite animated movie? While you drop a comment, we'll tell you the reason we're asking.
Yeah, so this is actually really cool. You know, Disney and Pixar, yeah, one of the biggest producers of animated films out there. They released a trailer for their new film, Lightyear. It will share the story of Buzz Lightyear, the iconic character in Toy Story. The movie will hit theaters June 2022. So I love Toy Story. That is such a great movie. Well, I guess a series at this point. Yeah. You know, they have like 4 or 5 of them. And then spin-offs too, if you think about it. It's hard to say which one is my favorite. Recently, we watched Luca, and that was really good. It's streaming on Disney Plus right now, and so we tried to get them to watch the original Cinderella and Snow White, and they were like so scared. And I was like, wow, like they think that's scary.
Wait till you see the real Lion King, right?
Exactly. I was like, all right, that provided me a baseline. But we watched Luca and loved it, but I don't think that's our favorite. I really have to think about it.
Yeah. There are so many good ones. I mean, obviously, I love the classics from my childhood, like Lion King, like Toy Story. I remember A Bug's Life came out when I was a little bit older, but that's a good one too. My son's not super into animated movies yet. He doesn't watch a lot of TV, but I'm sure we'll get to that point. But as far as my all-time favorites, I'm gonna have to go with the princess movies, like Pocahontas, Snow White, Cinderella. I had two brothers, so when I watched movies, I liked to do, something for just me,
right?
And glorify the whole princess theme.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Christian, how about you?
Shrek is an amazing animated movie. But I don't know if this if this kind of falls into that category, but if we talk about animation or movies or maybe TV shows, I always go back to the Peanuts stuff, man. I mean, like this time of the year, the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah,
you absolutely cannot beat the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, it totally counts. It doesn't matter what, when it happened. The Peanuts movie is classic.
Classic.
Charlie Brown's.
All the Charlie Browns.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's a good one, Christian. I didn't even think about that. How about you, Ed Matthews?
Well, it's got to be the #1 spot, Toy Story. But more recently, and I loved Tom and Jerry growing up. I loved the cartoon. The movie was just absolutely fantastic. I could watch it over and over and over. So those are my two favorite.
That's so great. And my son loves Cars. And my daughter loves, well, she calls it Rapunzel, but it's Tangled, right? The movie, she has lots of hair. And that's because my daughter loves hair. And she has a lot of it herself. So maybe she feels like she relates in some way. I don't know. But every time I'm like, what movie do you want to watch? She's like, Rapunzel. I'm like, yeah. I love the movie. I know every line, every song. We sing it together. She also loves Frozen, which is why she thinks she's a queen.
So funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You'll have to get her a Rapunzel costume one Halloween. I remember I was that one year.
Really?
And had the big long wig with the hair all the way to the floor.
Do you have a picture?
I think so. I'll have to text my mom to find it. But that was funny, trying to trick or treat with like a huge Rapunzel wig dragging along the sidewalk.
Yeah. There were no safety concerns in the 80s. It was just go out there, have fun.
Just do it.
All right. So we wanted to know about your favorite animated movies, and we did get some responses this morning. I know it's hard to narrow it down to just one. They're so good. Little Mermaid. I mean, come on. The catalog is so massive. Joanne likes the movie Up, which is also really good. I think Pixar released that one. Tamrika said, my little one likes The Nightmare Man, LOL, which is Freddy Krueger.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Hutchins said Toy Story, and Bobby Odom said I love The Lion King. And Tamrika said, yeah, love The Nightmare Before Christmas. So lots of different options, but I'm really glad that you brought up the Peanuts classics, because we are airing that this weekend.
That's right. Yeah, you remember it wasn't on TV last year?
It wasn't.
It wasn't on TV last year, but it's back on TV this year, and I can't wait to watch it. I know I can watch it about any time, but there's something about watching it on TV when it airs that is so...
And it was a big to-do.
Yeah.
I mean, not only were you upset, but so were millions of others.
I know. I started the petition. I didn't. You know what other movie I forgot about? I forgot about 101 Dalmatians. That was a great movie as a kid.
Yeah, that's good.
Ooh, Dana said Jungle Book. That's a good one.
Oh, I love that one too.
Yes, Little Mermaid, Lady and the Tramp, Cinderella. Does anybody remember that movie called Balto? I think it came out in 1995. This cold weather had me thinking about it, because it's about the sled dog team that runs in the Iditarod, and then the hero dog Balto saves someone.
I know what you're talking about. I never watched it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's a good one for a cold day.
Yeah. Ty Johnson added The Aristocrats. Remember that? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That's actually, Christian, I was watching that with my kids like a few months ago, and I was watching the main character, and I was like, he reminds me of Christian Morgan. Have you ever seen it, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
No, I've never watched the whole thing.
Oh man. Okay, so please rewatch it and then notice some similarities between you and the main character. That's
I'm a bit
awesome.
scared about this.
Oh no, it's definitely good stuff.
Okay.
I promise. Finding Nemo is another one that I just
Oh,
adore.
Mm.
So there was
Yeah.
a lot of options.
There was-
Calissa said The Incredibles. Can't forget about
Yeah.
that.
There was Hercules.
Hercules,
Trying to think what else.
everything.
You said Pocahontas, right? Yeah, you mentioned
Yes,
Pocahontas.
Yeah,
earlier.
love that.
So I mean, I guess we don't have to go through all of them, but there are so many
hard to
good
stop.
ones. It is. And now that, you know, Toy Story 4 is coming back, oh, and also I'll plug this in, Disney on Ice tickets are on sale.
Yeah.
So you might want to jump on those. It's back for the first time in 2 years. So I'm going, and my kids can come, but I'm going.
Your kids can come?
Yes. I'm going.
They're invited.
Yeah. All right. Great conversation.
Yeah. All right. We'll have another one coming up first, but we do have some headlines to get to, and unfortunately, some serious news that's developing overnight. Greensboro police are investigating a shooting at a popular entertainment venue. Officers responded to the Silo Entertainment Complex on South Elm Street just before 1 this morning and found one person shot. EMS took that person to the hospital, and that person is expected to be okay. Police say a second person who was also shot at the venue arrived at the hospital by a private car. We'll keep you updated on this story on WFMYnews2.com. North Carolina has room for improvement in the fight against COVID-19, but there is some progress we want to highlight. 71% of adults are at least partially vaccinated, and cases and hospitalizations are declining. Governor Cooper and the state's COVID task force gave an update yesterday. Many counties are still in red on the CDC's COVID transmission map, but hospitalizations, cases, and positivity rates are declining.
Greensboro Crime Stoppers are now looking for tips about who set fire to Peeler Elementary School. Investigators say the fire was contained to the library. You remember the school closed in 2018 after it was badly damaged during a tornado in East Greensboro. The district planned to tear it down next year, but they'll demolish it sooner due to the fire. We know young children learn best through play, and museums are the ideal place for them to develop critical thinking skills through hands-on activities. The Greensboro Children's Museum has had to cut back on this kind of programming because of the hit they took during the pandemic. Our ITN's McMiller shares how you can help bring them back.
Well, I know for me back home in Michigan, we have what's called the Hands-On Museum. And I can still remember some of the things I learned there as a kid because those exhibits were so interactive. And here at the Greensboro Children's Museum, they have some of the same thing, play-based education. And they've done so for more than 2 decades. But now some of their programs aren't running. Now, 2020 was a rough year for the museum. They were closed for 9 months and made little money. Going so long without the community coming through their doors forced them to get rid of programs like their cooking school and cut back on others.
We did have to reduce the number of staff. For some staff that remained, we had to reduce the number of their hours. But that's one of the reasons we can't offer quite as many programs. So the more support we can receive from the community, the more successful our campaign, the more that will allow us to continue to layer things back on.
Now, their fundraising campaign is going on right now to get them back to their pre-pandemic levels. Money donated also allows the play space to offer scholarships for less fortunate families.
And we know people are at different levels of what they can do and always have been. And so we want to do everything we can on our end to make the museum accessible. And that's why the scholarships, the discount hours are so vitally important to us because we want to be here for everybody.
Now, to help, you can give money or even buy a membership for someone as a present for the holiday. But if donating is better for you, we'll have a link on our website at WFMYnews2.com.
I love to bring my children to the Greensboro Children's Museum, especially on rainy days, because they have an outdoor part, but they also have a very awesome indoor activity section, and so I just let them run around. So maybe we'll do that this weekend because we're going to get some rain. So there's more rain coming this week on top of the chill that's already in the air. It's making for a cold, wet, and dreary day or stretch of days in the Triad.
So our question to you this morning here on our feed is easy, kind of a this or that. Do you like rainy days or sunny days? We asked the question to you on GMS and I posted on my Facebook page, got some responses here. Karen said sunny days, exclamation mark. Rainy days make me blue. Gerald said rainy days make good sleeping weather when the night shift is happening, LOL. Pam said sunny days and rainy nights are the best. I concur.
Yeah, and we also got some responses via text. Mark Young said, sunshine sure is fine. We also heard from Michael who said, you know, sometimes you need a rainy day with a homemade soup and a grilled cheese sandwich just to recharge. We all deserve a comfort day. And Kenny said, as long as I'm alive, if it's sunshine or if it's rain, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. What a great outlook on life. And I also now am craving grilled cheese.
Oh man, me too.
I love it, Christian.
It's
You are
making me so hungry.
You know, Ed and I used to have like this food twin thing going on, but
Yeah.
now we're gonna have to be like the food triplets because
We can do that.
See,
Yeah.
a lot of times while Megan and Tracy are on TV handling the news, Ed and I are not only working on our forecast, but we talk a lot about food.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
we
lot
do.
about
I believe it.
food. We plot our a lot of times Ed and I'll go to lunch. So we actually this morning we were kind of plotting our next adventure for lunch and where that's going to be.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've often discussed the possibility of maybe doing a food segment too. We just put that out there.
That would
Yeah.
be great. Yeah, you could do
That'd be a
food
lot of
and
fun.
weather.
Okay.
Food and weather together.
Yes.
How's that? That's a promo right there.
I know, I think it's supposed to be weather and traffic together. It's like our slogan, but that works too.
Right.
Yeah.
Most people drive and eat, so it works out.
Hey.
Oh wait, no, that's traffic and food. Anyway, we asked you what you like, if you like rainy days or sunny days, because that actually is the conversation we're supposed to be having. But we heard a lot. Wow, this is so great. Debbie said, I like sunny days. Very cold today, Alicia said. Tamrika says she likes both, actually. Jessica Robertson said, sunny days are the best. Rainy days make me tired. Jessica Richards added, she said, you know, it depends. Taking all three out in the rain is a pain, but if we are home, I love it. I agree. Joanne says, rain does help the flowers grow. And then Cherie said, sunshine any day, but they both can be great. Rain is for relaxation. And I agree, you know, rainy days and rest kind of go hand in hand. Sunny days and play go hand in hand. But you, Ed, mentioned that your emotions are kind of tied in with rainy days.
That's right. You know, I love sunshine and warm weather. You know, that's number one in my book, but I realize that we have to have the occasional rain showers so all of our flowers and grass and trees can grow and all that. So with the rain coming up later today and over the next couple of days, I'm not going to fret too much about that. I'd like for it to be a little bit warmer than the lower 60s and even upper 50s by Saturday. But anything over a couple of wet gray days, I start to get really irritated. And we've got a 3-day stretch here where it's going to be a bit unsettled, probably right on through the better part of Saturday with this useless drizzle and light rain on Saturday. So I'll probably be in a different mood by Saturday, but I'll shake it off by Sunday and Monday when the sun comes back.
Right, and then we see you on Monday, so we'll be fine by then.
Oh yeah.
He'll be all back in shape by then.
Oh yeah, I'll have a big bag of candy, you know, from trick-or-treating.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna trick-or-treat. I don't want to get that started. But anyway, I'll be in a good mood by Monday.
Yeah. I think, you know, seasonal moods affected by weather are totally normal. And obviously day-to-day weather changes that affect moods are totally normal too. I think in Seattle, you know, they all have those little lights at their desk that simulate like natural light from the window because it's not sunny a lot there. I'm with several of the viewers who said you like sunny days and rainy nights. There's just something about rain falling on the roof of your house that makes it's so easy and peaceful to fall asleep, and then you wake up, it's sunny, you're in a good mood, it's a good day, do whatever you need. I like one good rain a week, Christian Morgan. You know why? Because I don't have to water my mums.
Listen, if we could have just one good even rain a week every week, we would be fine, right? Just doesn't happen that way. I like a good, I guess I shouldn't say this, because usually if we have thunderstorms, I'm working. But I love a good thunderstorm. I love a good summertime thunderstorm in the evenings, when you're winding down. And like Megan mentioned, when you're trying to go to sleep, it's just so soothing, so soothing. Mm-hmm. As long as it's not severe, because if it's severe, I'm definitely here.
Yeah, as you were earlier this week.
That's right.
When you were supposed to be off work, I thought, and then I popped on the TV and I was like, oh, Christian's working today.
I was on the complete opposite side of the clock.
Wow.
My internal clock was all messed up.
Right, yeah, I guess you work nights.
But yeah, like you mentioned, sunshine during the day, rain at night, that's the perfect combination.
Yeah, I like anything that, when the weather is not the best, I just prefer to be home. So that can mean rain, that can mean snow, that can be a lot of wind. I just like to be home. But when I'm at work and those things happen, I'm like, darn. So I get it. I'm with you, Christian. I don't have to necessarily break into program and tell people who are watching Wheel of Fortune that stand by, here's a tornado warning. That was probably difficult.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So
should the question have been sunny days or rainy days, or should it have been sunny or snowy days?
Okay, we're not ready for that
Not
yet.
ready for that.
Not ready for that
I'm just giving
yet.
you ideas, as the winter gets a little closer. Chat time.
Well, apparently this conversation has inspired some of our viewers to start thinking about what they're going to make for dinner tonight.
Yes.
Tamrika said she's going to fire up the crock pot already to make homemade chili and cornbread, perfect for a rainy night.
Sounds good.
Debbie said she loves that combination. I added that I love grilled cheese and tomato basil soup in the crock pot. It's so easy and it's so good. And then you have leftovers and it's amazing.
I love making soup in my crock pot.
Yes.
French onion soup, so good. But I will try tomato soup because I've not done that yet.
Yeah.
I made corn chowder when last year during the pandemic. That was my first time making homemade soup, like cutting up potatoes and because what else are you doing? Yeah. And I was like, yes, I love it. And then I added some clams. I didn't like it as much, so I won't do that in the crock pot anymore. But anyway, I'll try tomato soup. That's a good recommendation.
It is yummy.
Yeah.
Gosh, that sounds so good.
I have a new treat to try. Okay, let's take a look at the forecast before you leave.
Well, now that I'm hungry after you guys talking about food, I tell you what, you take my crock pot away, it would make me very sad. I love crock pot cooking. This morning, a little bit of blue sky, but those clouds are building, and I've noticed that as I've been standing out here in the weather garden. Clouds will continue to thicken this morning. We'll see some rain elements spread across the area as we head through the afternoon. They'll be scattered about, but overnight tonight, more of a widespread rain for the Piedmont tonight, and during at least the first half of the day on Friday, we could rack up over the next several days, maybe around an inch of rain. And then we go into late Friday night, and for the better part of Saturday, I think a lot of clouds hang out and some wraparound moisture with low pressure tracking to our north will give us some spotty light rain and drizzly conditions. And remember, I'm going to be in a bad mood on Saturday. So after 3 days of rain and Ed liking the sunshine and the warm weather, oh boy, look at that temperature on Saturday, upper 50s with the clouds. But happy to report that the kids can go trick-or-treating on Sunday. Things are going to be quiet. The sun comes back. We dry it out. We're looking at mid-60s on Sunday and Monday, and upper 60s Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, I should say.
All right, so for all of those who are going to North Carolina A&T's homecoming football game on Saturday, Christian and Ed, it's in the afternoon. Are we thinking it will be dry by like 2?
I think you're going to mostly be okay Saturday afternoon. Saturday's not a washout day by any means, just a few spotty showers. I think most of that kind of stays confined to the morning time frame. So by the afternoon, it's going to be chilly. It's going to be, it's going to be windy. So take stuff to bundle up, and carrying a light rain jacket or a windbreaker, that's waterproof is not a bad idea, just in case another one of those little spotty showers, pesky kind of things pop up.
Okay, well, good.
Good.
All right, thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. We'll be right back here tomorrow with another great show and some great questions for you to weigh in on. We'll see you later.